Hey guys, welcome back. So to give a little context to what we're going to talk about today, remember that after the story of Noah's Ark and the flood, Noah's descendants get into a little mischief when they attempt to build a tower tall enough to get to heaven. As a consequence of their wickedness, their languages get all scrambled around, and it's at this point that we meet a group of people later known as the Jaredites, as recorded in the Book of Mormon, led by a man known as the brother of Jared.
Oh, you're using your made-up names. I'm Spider-Man then.
God saves the Jaredites from the chaos and commands them to build barges they'd use to cross the ocean, where God had a promised land waiting for them. The brother of Jared wrote that the barges were tight like unto the Ark of Noah. But before they set out on their grand adventure, they ran into a problem. The brother of Jared cried unto the Lord, saying, Behold, O Lord, in the barges there is no light. Whither shall we steer? Wilt thou suffer that we shall cross this great water in darkness? God's response is, What will ye that I should do, that ye may have light in your vessels? This whole story of the brother of Jared and his solution to this problem has been mocked by critics of our faith for years. In the 90s, one critic wrote simply, the words patently ridiculous seem too kind. But further study has shown that what the brother of Jared did next might not be so patently ridiculous after all. And that's what we're going to talk about in this video. So let's cut right to it. What does the brother of Jared do? He goes up a mountain and did molten out of a rock 16 small stones, and they were white and clear. He takes them to the top of the mountain and cries once again to the Lord and says, Touch these stones, O Lord, with thy finger, and prepare them that they may shine forth in darkness. And they shall shine forth unto us in the vessels which we have prepared, that we may have light while we cross the sea. And that's exactly what happens. Shining stones. That's what we're dealing with here. It seemed totally random, a product of the brother of Jared's imagination, or worse, a product of Joseph Smith's imagination. Now, you'll remember that the brother of Jared compared his barges in at least one way to Noah's Ark. So let's go back and read a bit more about Noah's Ark. Genesis 6:16 contains instructions from the Lord to Noah. A window shalt thou make in the ark. The word window here is translated from the Hebrew word sohar. In Genesis 8:6, we get another window reference. And it came to pass at the end of 40 days that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. Curiously, this window is translated from the word shalom instead of sohar. If you look up shalom in Strong's Concordance of the Bible, you find one meaning. It's a window. But if you look up sohar, you get multiple meanings. One definition is simply a light, stemming from sehar, which can mean to glisten. In the Midrash Rabbah, which is essentially ancient Jewish commentary on the first 5 books of our Old Testament, one rabbi explained sohar to be a precious stone. During the whole time that Noah was in the ark, he did not require the light of the sun by day or the light of the moon by night, but he had a polished gem which he hung up. When it was dim, he knew that it was day, and when it shone, he knew that it was night. In the Babylonian Talmud, in reference to sohar, another rabbi commented, The Holy One, blessed be he, instructed Noah, Set therein precious stones and jewels, so that they may give thee light, bright as the noon. One book about ancient Jewish folk tradition mentions that in the case of the sohar, it is said that the glowing jewel was handed down by Adam and Eve to their son Seth, and that it subsequently reached Enoch, Methuselah, Lamech, and of course, Noah. So when God told Noah, put the sohar in the ark, Noah knew exactly what he meant, and thus Noah hung the sohar from a beam in the ark, where it illuminated the ark. Again, we know from Ether 6 that the brother of Jared is already comparing his barges to Noah's Ark. So when you ask yourself where he gets this radical idea to use illuminated stones as a light source, he very well may still be following the pattern set by Noah. I just thought this was some fun, interesting stuff that I thought I'd pass along. We're done here. Check out the stuff in the description for more info on this topic, and have a great day.